What if everything you thought you knew about the samurai's code was wrong? We often romanticize Bushido as a simple honor system, but its true purpose goes far deeper, shaping not just warriors, but the very fabric of ancient Japanese society. Prepare to uncover the hidden intentions behind the legendary Bushido. Forget the Hollywood myth. The samurai's Bushido wasn't just about swords and honor. It was a sophisticated framework that governed every aspect of their lives and warfare. This video pulls back the curtain on the untold story of Bushido, revealing how its principles forged a society unlike any other. Do you truly understand the samurai's soul? Bushido, often seen as a straightforward warrior's code, held profound and sometimes surprising intentions that influenced everything from peace to battle. Join us as we challenge common misconceptions and delve into the real impact of these timeless principles on ancient Japan. Beyond the Blade, unveiling Bushido's true origin. Before we dive into the depths of Bushido's intentions, let's shatter a myth. Contrary to popular belief, Bushido wasn't a static ancient text, but a fluid concept that evolved through centuries of Japan's history. Its roots can be traced back to the 1100s when early Japanese warriors blended their indigenous ethics with Buddhist and Confucian thought. The term Bushido, literally meaning the way of the warrior, didn't gain prominence until the 1600s. And even then, it wasn't a comprehensive code, more like a collection of ideals that samurai were expected to embody. In fact, Bushido, as we know it today, was largely an invention of the Meiji era, specifically a way to bolster the new Japanese empire's military and instill a sense of national identity. During this time, scholars and government officials sought to codify and romanticize these principles, presenting them as timeless and unchanging. It was a brilliant move, creating a sense of continuity in a nation that was undergoing rapid modernization. But this portrayal also helped spread the myth of Bushido as something static and unchanging. However, the truth is, Bushido was a dynamic set of guidelines that shifted and adapted alongside Japanese society. To truly understand its intentions, we must first separate myth from reality and appreciate its evolution over time. So let's embark on a journey through Japanese history and explore the multifaceted world of Bushido. The social architects, Bushido's unseen influence on society. While Bushido is often associated with the battlefield, its influence extended far beyond the clash of swords. In fact, its impact on shaping Japanese society is so profound that one could argue it was the unseen architect of their social order. At its core, Bushido was more than a set of rules for samurai. It was a shared value system that fostered trust and predictability in a feudal society. Imagine a world without contracts or legal agreements where your word was your bond and reputation was everything. That's the kind of society Bushido helped create. By adhering to principles like sincerity and loyalty, members of the warrior class built a framework of trust that permeated all levels of society. This had significant implications for the economy, too. Feudal domains thrived due to the stability provided by Bushido. Peasants and merchants could engage in commerce, knowing that the legal and ethical boundaries established by these principles would protect their interests. The threat of social ostracism and the potential loss of one's life for breaking these codes provided a powerful incentive for people to uphold their end of agreements. Moreover, Bushido's influence wasn't limited to the ruling elite. As a pervasive cultural force, it shaped the upbringing and education of all citizens. Even those outside the samurai class were expected to demonstrate basic tenets like respect for elders and commitment to self-improvement. In essence, Bushido wove itself into the fabric of daily life, influencing everything from interpersonal relationships to business transactions and political alliances. It was a silent but powerful force that maintained order and harmony in a complex society. Warfare. Reimagined. The strategic heart of Bushido. When we think of Bushido, Images of sword-wielding samurai and epic battles come to mind. But the true genius of this ancient code lay in its application to warfare, where it transcended mere brute force to encompass strategy, psychology, and even diplomacy. You see, Bushido wasn't just about fighting fiercely, it was about fighting smart. One of the lesser-known aspects of this code was its emphasis on what might be called psychological warfare. Samurai were trained to be not only physically strong, but mentally sharp, capable of intimidating their opponents and predicting their moves. For instance, the ritualized display of weapons before a battle, known as nozashi, wasn't just a show of force, but a calculated attempt to unnerve the enemy. Similarly, the samurai's distinct battle cry, or kamiza, was designed not only to intimidate, but to disorientate and demoralize their foes. Furthermore, Bushido encouraged restraint and patience in battle. The code demanded that samurai choose their battles wisely, avoiding unnecessary conflicts that could drain their resources or tarnish their honor. This principle was encapsulated in the phrase ikusa shikon, which literally meant, "Battlefield is a graveyard." The idea was that every engagement should be approached as if it were one's last, showcasing courage and determination, but also recognizing the gravity of taking life. Moreover, Bushido's influence wasn't limited to interactions between armies. It also shaped individual samurai's behavior during combat. The famous episode of Miyamoto Musashi's duel against Sasaki Kojiro, where he supposedly used a borrowed wooden sword to defeat his opponent's katana, epitomizes this concept. Musashi's choice of weapon may seem audacious, but it was actually a strategic move. He knew that by accepting his opponent's offer to use a larger, heavier blade, he would have been at a disadvantage. Therefore, he used his knowledge of Bushido to level the playing field and ultimately claim victory. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Bushido's application to warfare was its use of honor as a weapon. Adhering strictly to the code's principles, especially when one's opponent did not, could be a powerful form of psychological warfare. It was a way to demoralize the enemy, expose their ruthlessness, and potentially sway the outcome of a battle. Furthermore, demonstrating Bushido's virtues on the battlefield could attract the admiration and even the support of those who opposed the samurai. In essence, Bushido was a multifaceted tool that added layers of complexity to warfare, encompassing strategy, psychology, and diplomacy. It was a testament to the adaptability and sophistication of this ancient code and its lasting impact on Japanese culture. The modern echo, Bushido's unexpected resurgence. After centuries of shaping Japanese society, Bushido's influence seemed to dim with the nation's defeat in World War II. The war's aftermath brought about a period of deep introspection and re-evaluation for Japan. As the country grappled with the consequences of its past, there was a collective effort to shed the militaristic aspects of its culture, including the romanticized image of the samurai and their Bushido code. However, in the following decades, there was a surprising resurgence of interest in Bushido, not just within Japan, but around the world. As Japan embarked on its journey of rebuilding after the war, there was a need to redefine national identity. Bushido's emphasis on rebuilding, perseverance, and honor resonated deeply with a populace determined to resurrect their nation from the ashes. Moreover, the adoption of Bushido's core values, such as diligence, frugality, and self-discipline, became a rallying cry for Japanese businesses seeking to regain their prominence in the global market. Today, these principles are seen as crucial for success in a competitive world. The popularity of anime, movies, and video games featuring samurai and ninja further cemented Bushido's place in modern consciousness. Works like Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai and Masashi Kishimoto's manga series Naruto have introduced these ancient concepts to a global audience, albeit often with a heavy dose of theatrics and exaggeration. Yet despite these external influences, the spirit of Bushido continues to evolve. Many contemporary thinkers and practitioners are reevaluating and reinterpreting these principles for the challenges of modern life. They are stripping away centuries of myth and legend to extract the timeless wisdom embedded within. Your Bushido today, applying ancient wisdom to modern life. As we bring this exploration of Bushido to a close, it's essential to consider how these ancient principles can resonate with us today. While we may not be called upon to wield swords or engage in medieval warfare, the core values of Bushido still hold profound relevance. One of the most enduring lessons from Bushido is the importance of integrity. In an era where trust is often in short supply, embracing sincerity and keeping one's word becomes even more crucial. Whether in personal relationships or professional dealings, embodying these values can foster stronger bonds and create a ripple effect of authenticity in the world. Furthermore, Bushido's emphasis on resilience and perseverance is a beacon in times of adversity. In a world that often celebrates instant gratification and quick fixes, learning to endure and grow from challenges becomes a valuable skill. By internalizing this aspect of Bushido, one can equip themselves to navigate life's inevitable ups and downs with grace and strength. Moreover, the spirit of Bushido encourages us to find our purpose through self-reflection and self-discipline. While the ancient code was tailored to the context of medieval Japan, its essence transcends time and geography. The pursuit of self-improvement and the quest for meaning in one's actions remain universal truths. By drawing inspiration from Bushido, one can embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth, ultimately crafting their own unique path to fulfillment. So as we reflect on the enduring legacy of Bushido, let us not limit its relevance to the realm of history or distant cultures. Instead, let us embrace the timeless wisdom embedded within and apply it to our lives today. Whether it's living with integrity, persevering through challenges, or finding purpose in our actions, Bushido offers a rich tapestry of values that can guide us towards a more meaningful existence.